But you have these two cases, it's about the lung cancer. They didn't tell you, so you don't know.
Yeah.
And then you taro,
That's why you always have to ask the patient. You have to act as if you are a doctor. You have to ask. You have to ask the patient whether are they on medication. You know, what problems do they have? Are they now currently on medications? What medications are they taking? For what kinds of problems? Are they allergic to any kinds of medicines or any kind of things? Yeah, you have to ask first before you act. But the problem is that because we are not trained doctors, so we neglect this area. We just see the patient coming, okay, you lie down, we just start to do, you know. So all this we have to be very careful now, very careful, yeah. Because after seeing so many cases, we have to be careful, yeah. So, just now I was talking halfway and then interrupted. I forgot what I'm going to say. What did I say there?
You asked whether there's any questions.
Yeah, because I was saying something quite important actually. Okay, does it matter?
Shall I have a question?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if someone, the patient, has severe problem, like heart problem. And on the other hand, she has the allergy to ginger or the hot drink, something like that. So how should we start that? Which one is the best therapy?
Okay. If someone has heart problem and at the same time allergy to, let's say, ginger, yeah. Now, always remember that ginger is an external condition. It's not a cause. It's not a cause. Okay. The only things that can cause a problem is nerve injury, bodily injury, not the ginger or some other things. But in this case, if let's say someone couldn't take too much ginger water, some for no reasons, maybe it's too spicy for them, the body cannot take it, okay? You can reduce the dosage, make it less concentrated, then it's more diluted, and start with small doses first, let them drink and monitor the situation. Or you can change ginger, substitute it with something else. For example, red Korean ginseng. Okay, when first Dr. Chan started with this internal heat, this is called internal heat therapy. Yeah? He used Korean ginseng. He has this cake called Hei Jiao Ama. Yeah? Hei Jiao Ama. This old lady, the whole leg was pregnant. There's no more blood flowing down the leg, and it was all black. So he tried to use this what they call Korean ginseng on her, but it doesn't seem to work. So he changed to ginger, and he finds the ginger, the heat element is so strong. It came so fast. That's why if you are so cold in the body, and you want to heat it fast, use ginger. It's faster than Korean ginseng. It's faster. The heat comes faster. Okay. So if you cannot substitute it with something else, like turmeric, for example, or for some other warm medicines. Also help. If you understand TCM, you can use some of the Chinese herbs, warm or those kind of heaty herbs, to substitute ginger.
Okay, may I know when we can get sure that that is the right time to start the origin point medicine? I mean, for example, with the person who has a severe heart problem. So, because we want to avoid the side effects, we want to treat the person, not to enhance the problem. So let's say we will start with the low dosage of ginger, and when can we do that? That is the right time to start this therapy.
Yeah. So depending on the severity of the patient conditions, if let's say this patient is very weak, that means it doesn't have any strength, it couldn't even stand up. In this case, you never rub. Don't rub anymore, because this is a sign of insufficient heat energy. It's a serious insufficient heat energy. So you cannot rub, because the more you rub, the more it's going to lose heat. Okay? If let's say this guy is the face is so pure and the four limbs are so cold, and then it's catching for breath, all this kind of sign you better don't rub. You better give them the heat therapy first. Let them drink ginger water, heat their body up for let's say half an hour, and then you can start to rub only very softly, using a palm. okay, and monitor, see whether they can accept this kind of pain. When we rub, we do not want the patient to be too painful. It must be just a little bit pain, okay, with this kind of comfort there. So you have to what they call if under that kind of environment where the patient is too weak, you better don't rub. You have to hit first, then rub later. And until the last stage is very critical at that time. You don't even rub. Don't even consider rubbing, just put hit. That's all. You can't even rub. So when you rub during this critical patient, the best thing is that when you rub the upper back, put the hip back on the lower back. And when you move down to the lower back, move the hip back up to the upper back. So that on one hand you're rubbing, using heat energy, on the other hand you are replenishing the heat. So at least not too bad. Okay? Must get the heat back and do it at the same time. Any more questions? Okay, this is very important. This is very, very important. In fact, Dr. Chan said this is the essence of OPM. Yeah. Because if you do not know how to do it correctly, you might what they call a harm the patient instead of helping them. Okay, let's talk about ginger. Now, ginger, you can buy any kind of ginger. If you can get Bentong steel now,